If I told you that your business could get back 10 hours every single week without hiring a single person, would you believe me? Most business owners I work with are burning hours on tasks that could run themselves. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which tasks those are and how to automate them. Here's what I see in almost every small to mid-sized business I consult for. The owner or their team spends Monday morning sorting through hundreds of emails. They're copying data from forms into spreadsheets. They're manually creating the same reports every week. They're scheduling social media posts one by one. These aren't strategic tasks. Nobody dreams of starting a business so they can spend 3 hours a week copying and pasting customer information. But here's the reality. These repetitive tasks add up fast. An hour here for email management, 2 hours there for data entry, another hour creating reports. Before you know it, you've lost half your work week to activities that don't grow your business. And the worst part? You know these tasks need to happen. So you either do them yourself, pulling you away from actual business development, or you pay someone else to do them, which cuts into your margins. There's a third option that most businesses are just starting to discover. Let me explain what AI automation actually is, without the technical jargon. Think of automation as creating a smart assistant that never sleeps, never takes breaks, and follows your exact instructions every single time. AI automation means teaching software to handle repetitive tasks the same way a well-trained employee would, but faster and without human error. The key difference from old-school automation is this. Traditional automation follows rigid rules. If this happens, do that. It can't handle variations. AI automation can actually understand context. It can read an email and determine if it's a customer complaint, a sales inquiry, or a routine question. It can look at data and spot patterns. It can adapt to slight variations in how information comes in. You're not replacing human judgment for complex decisions. You're freeing up human time by letting AI handle the predictable, repetitive work. Let me give you 3 real examples from businesses I've worked with. First, email management. One of my clients runs a consulting firm. They were getting about 200 emails a day between sales inquiries, client questions, and general correspondence. Someone had to read through all of these, figure out what each one needed, and either respond or forward it to the right person. We set up an AI automation that reads incoming emails, categorizes them by topic and urgency, and either sends an appropriate response or routes them to the right team member with a summary. Urgent client issues go straight to the client success team with priority flagging. Sales inquiries get an immediate response and go into their CRM. Routine questions get answered automatically from a knowledge base. Time saved? About 7 hours per week. That's almost a full workday back. Second example, automated reporting. I worked with an e-commerce business that was manually pulling sales data every Monday morning. They'd log into 3 different platforms, export the data, combine it in Excel, create charts, and email it to their leadership team. This took their operations manager 2.5 hours every single week. Now, AI automation pulls that data automatically, combines it, generates the visualizations, and sends the report every Monday at 8 a.m. The operations manager doesn't touch it. The report is actually more comprehensive than before because the AI can process more data points without getting tired. Time saved? 2.5 hours weekly. That's over 100 hours a year that their operations manager now spends on actual operational improvements. Third example, data entry and customer onboarding. A professional services firm I consulted for had new clients fill out an intake form. Then someone had to manually enter that information into their project management system, their billing system, and their CRM. For every new client, This took about 45 minutes of manual data entry. With 3 to 5 new clients a week, that's 3 to 4 hours of pure copying and pasting. We implemented automation that takes the form responses and populates all 3 systems automatically. It creates the client folder structure, sets up the initial project tasks, and even sends a welcome email with next steps. Time saved? About 3.5 hours per week. And as an added benefit, there are no more typos or missing information from manual entry errors. So let's add this up. Email management, 7 hours back. Reporting, 2.5 hours back. Data entry, 3.5 hours back. That's 13 hours per week. Over 50 hours a month. More than 600 hours a year. Now, what could you do with an extra 10 to 15 hours every week? You could focus on business development and actually grow your revenue. You could improve your products or services. You could spend time on strategic planning instead of administrative busy work. Or honestly, you could just work less and have better work-life balance. The businesses I work with typically see these time savings within the first month of implementing automation. And the best part? These systems keep working. They don't take vacation. They don't have off days. They just consistently handle the repetitive work, so your team can focus on what actually matters. This isn't about replacing people. It's about letting people do more valuable work. AI automation isn't some future technology. It's available right now, and it's more accessible than most business owners realize. If you're spending your week drowning in repetitive tasks, it's time to explore what automation can do for your specific business. I share practical automation strategies and real business examples on this channel every week. If you found this useful, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.